Hello everyone, today we are going to learn about the transportation problem. In transportation problem, we are going to learn the first method inside the transportation problem, that is least cost method. This is one of the method which we are going to see today. So before that, we will see what is transportation problem. Transportation problem is a linear programming problem, also called as LPP. LPP is a whole lot topic. Okay, inside LPP, linear programming problem, this is one of the technique we are going to learn, that is transportation problem. So what is transportation problem? Transportation problem, from the name only you can make out something related to transportation. Okay, transport. So transport of what? Transport of goods. So goods are transported from source to destination. So transportation problem is a linear programming problem in which goods are transported from sources such as factories to destinations such as companies. Company never create products. They only sell the products. Who create the products? Factories normally. So factories will create the product and they will sell the product to the companies based on the company's demand. Factories will supply the product based on the demand of the companies. Company will make the demands and factories will supply as per their demand. Suppose one company A has demanded suppose 10 items or 10 goods. So it is a job of the factory to give only 10 or supply only how much? Only 10 goods to company A. Because demand company has made is of 10 goods. So factory will supply only 10 goods. Okay. So now what is transportation problem? Transportation problem is what? The items which are supplied from factory to company should be supplied with the minimum cost possible. So cost of the transportation should be minimized. So we have two types of transportation problem. One is balanced and another one is unbalanced. Now what is balanced? When supplies and demands are equal. Supply factories will do and demands company will do. Okay. Suppose demand is 10 and supply is also 10 items. Meaning what? Supply of 10 items is equal to demand of 10 items. Okay, company has made the demand of 10 items and factory has supplied exactly 10 items. So both are equal, right? So then the problem is called as balanced transportation problem because supply value is equal to demand value. Okay, supply will do? Factories. Supply is a job of whom? Factories will supply the product and demand will make companies. So when supply value and demand value is equal, suppose 10 equal to 10, then when we say what? It is a balanced transportation problem. Next is unbalanced transportation problem. When supply and demand are not equal, company demand suppose 10 items but factory has supplied only 5 items to them. That means what? Supply and demand values are not equal. Company is demanding more items. Company is demanding around 10 items but factory has given only 5 items to them. Okay, that means that demand is not fulfilled by the factories. Okay, because they are supplying only 5 items to the company. Okay, since they are not equal, then it is said to be transportation problem unbalanced. So in this type of problem, either we add a dummy row or a dummy column is added according to the requirement to make it a balanced problem. We have to make sure we are making supply and demand equal only. Values has to be equal. If they are not equal, then it is said unbalanced. So to make it equal, we have to make this and this same. So then only it can be solved as a balanced problem. So now there are 3 methods inside the transportation problem. First is least cost method. Second is northwest corner method. And third is Vogel's approximation method. So first we are going to learn only about the least cost method. Okay, now this is a problem given. Okay, now we have a companies and we have a factories. Factories are called as what? Source, and companies are called as what? Destination. Why they are called as destination? Because they receive the product. And who sends the product? Factories. So factories are also called as sender and companies are called as receiver because they receive the product. Sender will send and receiver will receive. So now this is a problem So 1, 2, 3, 4 are companies and P, Q, R are factories. So we have 3 factories, 4 companies. So these 3 factories are selling the products to these 4 companies, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So companies will demand the products and factories are going to supply the products based on their demand. So your first job is what? First add this supply value and demand value should be equal, then only it is called as balance problem. So add this supply value first and check what is coming. 14 plus 16. 14 plus 16 plus 5. What is coming? 14 plus 16 is 30. 30 and 5 is 35. Okay. Now add all demand values also. 6 plus 10 is 16. 16 plus 15 is 31. 31 plus 4 is 35. So this is also coming 35. So demand and supply value should be equal. So demand should be equal to supply. If it is not equal, then it is said to be unbalanced transportation problem. That's why demand and supply value should be equal. Since demand is coming 35, supply is also coming 35. Once you check this, now these are the cost of the cell. Okay, is cell. What is the meaning of this? Meaning what? Now least cost cell method we'll see directly. This has the cost given in each cell. Least cost method means what? We have to find the cell with the least cost. Just see the cell, this cell values. Okay, just look at this cell values. So now find out the least out of this. Which is the least out of this? 1. Like this, you mark the rectangle at the corner of the cell 1. Okay, this is a company and this is a factories. Maximum demand of company 3 is 15 and P can give 14. Okay, factory P can give 14, but the demand of the company 3 is 15. So he is giving all, whatever is there with him he is giving. P is giving. Okay, so now P has nothing left with him and this 14 will become 0 because already he has supplied all 14 items to company 3. Okay, and company 3 has demanded how many? Total 15, but he has got 14, so 1 is still left. His demand is not fulfilled. Why? Because he wanted 15, he got 14. Okay, from P. So 1 is still left. So cancel 15 and write 1. Now 1 is gone. Now search for the next least value from the same. Okay, look only the cell values. Don't look at the supply and demand values. Okay, don't look at the supply and demand values. These values you don't look. Okay, these are different. Just look at the thing which is there in red. Okay, these are only the we need to consider for calculation. So now next least value is 2 and this 2. Okay, 2 places we have a 2. So when you have same value more than 1, so you can select anyone whichever is of your choice. Okay, so we have least value that is 2, but 2 is there at 2 places, so select any one. So I am selecting this one. So now I have selected that 2. 2 belongs to which one? Which company? Company 3 and factory Q. Okay, see 2 is there in which column? This company 3 column, and it is there in which row? Q. Second row, that is Q. Okay, factory Q. See, row wise you see it belongs to Q, and column wise if you see it belongs to 3. Okay, so company 3, factory Q. So now mark that 2 also with the rectangle like this. Now see, Q can supply how many? Total 16 products he can supply. Company 3 needs how many? Only 1 he needs, because he already got 14 items from P. He already got 14 items from P. He need only 1. So Q can easily give him 1. 1 is given. So this becomes 0. Because company doesn't want 16. Company 3 doesn't want this 16 item. So what Q will do while by giving 16 item? It is a waste, right? Because he doesn't need only that much. He need only 1. So Q will give him only what he needs. Okay, 1 is given. So how many are left? Total 15 are left. Okay, and here 0. So company 3's demands are fulfilled. his demands are fulfilled. He got all his items. He got all 15 items. 14 from P and 1 from Q. Different factories he got, but he got. If you have company, you won't contact only one factory, right, for your products. You will search in many factories. Ultimate goal is what? To get the products, no matter from which factory. Okay, because you want to sell, right? So 14 items he will get from P and 1 item he is getting from Q. Okay, so total 15 items he got. The next list value is 2 only. One more 2 was there, so we have to use that 2 now. So now that 2 belongs to company 4 and factory R. See the row, which row 2 is there, and see the column, which column 2 is there. How much company 4 demands? 4 items. And R can give him 5. But he won't take 5, right? Because he needs only 4. So he will take as per his demand only. He will take 4 items. Okay, all his 4 items he will take. So he got all his 4 items. So this you make it 0. Company 4's demands got fulfilled. Now R has given him 4 items. So how many left with R? Only 1 is left. Again search for the list. This is cancelled now. This is also cancelled. Now again search for the list value from the remaining. That is 3. The next list value is 3. Okay. So 3 is there only once. So we will go to that 3. Again mark the rectangle at the corner. See, 3 belongs to company 2 and it belongs to factory R. So R can supply currently only 1 item because he is left only with the 1 item. Rest all items he has already supplied. So he has only 1 item to give. And company 2 needs 10 items. Okay. So factory R can give only 1 item to him. So 1 is given. Now R has no items left. So cancel R. Whoever has become 0, no items left with them, or no items are needed by them, just cancel them. So company 2 got only 1 item. He needed actually 10. Okay. So 1 item he got out of 10. So 9 is still remaining. Now next is what? Now 3 is also done. Now see over here, only 2 values are left. 8 and 9. Out of 8 and 9, which is rest all are already cut. Okay. So out of 8 and 9, which is the smallest? 8. So mark that with the rectangle. How many? 8 belongs to factory Q and company 1. Now company 1 demands how many products? 6. He wants 6 products. And Q can give him how many? 15 he can give. See, Q is having 15 items with him. Company 1 needs only 6. So he will take his 6. He doesn't need all 15. So he got all his 6. So his demand is fulfilled. How many will be left with him? 6 are given. So 9 are left. Now if you see only one cell is left, that is this. Okay, so directly mark the rectangle at that cell because that is only left. You don't have anything to compare. So directly use that cell. So now that belongs to company 2 and factory Q. Now see, company 2 needs 9 items and Q can give him 9 items. So all 9 are given by Q. 9 became 0 over here because he has already given it to 2. 2 also got all his 9 items which he needed. So this will also become 0. Now everything got cancelled. So now the problem is over. Okay, minimum transportation cost is what? See all the cell which are having these corner rectangles. Okay, now we are going to find the minimum cost of transportation. See only the cells which are having this red corner rectangles which are in red color. Rest all we are not going to consider for finding the minimum cost of transportation. So first cell with the corner rectangle is over here. That is having the value 14. So 14 you have to multiply to cell value which is 1. 14 into 1 plus go to the second corner rectangle, that is 6. Over here the 6 is there inside it. So 6 multiply by the cell value. Cell value was 8. Okay, 8 is there over there. So 6 into 8 plus next cell value is we are going to consider is this because it has a corner rectangle and it has value 9 inside it. So 9 into cell value is also 9. So 9 into 9 plus next corner rectangle we have over here, that is having value 1. and cell value is 2, so 1 into 2 plus next is this corner rectangle which has a value 1 inside it into cell value is 3. Last corner rectangle is over here which has a value 4 and the cell value is 2, so into 2. Solve this. 14 into 1 is 14, 6 into 8 is 48, 9 into 9 is 81, 2 into 1 is 2, 3 into 1 is 3 and 4 into 2 is 8. So add all these things, 156. So minimum cost of transportation is 156 using least cost method. So this was all about the least cost method. Thank you.